Hey, what's up everybody? This is Chris with Digital REM. In this video we're actually going to go into Blender and pretty much give you a good overview of where we are with Blender. I have my notes here that you kind of see me look into. So we're essentially giving you an overview of what Blender. In a previous video you just downloaded Blender, so we're just going to go ahead and open it up and see what we have. So after you download, you pretty much get this a default start off screen. If you see, you click, there's a light here, there's a camera here, and there's a box in the center of the screen. This is pretty much the default setup Blender, how Blender comes out of the packet, out of the box. Not literally, but out of the box. So how to select things first and foremost. How to select things, you want to left click. Regular left click selects things. Right click gives you options on the whatever you select. So if you right click, you get options on whatever you select, and that could be anything on this screen. You can right click this here, and it'll give you options for the online manual, just like we were talking about before. If there's something you don't know how it works or what this button means or anything, right click it and you might just get this online manual pop up. And if you get this online manual pop up, it popped up on the other screen, but if you get the online manual pop up, it'll pretty much tell you what you've clicked on and more about it. So that's the first and foremost start. If you don't know what it is and you're curious about what it is, go ahead and right click it, see if it's on the online manual. If it doesn't take you straight to the online menu, you have to go to the website and do a Blender search. But let's continue right along. So the next thing I want to cover, or where I want to start even, is at the project header bar. So let me just give you overall like what you're looking at here. So what I consider this, I don't know the actual defined terms Blender uses, but I'm just going to use my own lingo, and hopefully you can follow along. So we're looking at is a 3D viewport here. A viewport being like a window or any type of window. You have multiple windows here, and what I'm actually going to do for simplicity, to simplify this, is just make this all one window, or yeah, make this all one window. So this is one viewer window here, and just like Word or any other software program, maybe a text editing program, most programs where it has file, edit, render, window, help are all here at the top. In the file you can save, you can create a new project, you can link other projects, you can bring other projects into this project by appending. I have to figure out what appending meant, but appending or append, you can bring other projects into this project. There's just so many different options. Export, import, that's when you want to create objects and create them for games or game engines or anything else, 3D printing or whatever. So you have all these different options in the file. Edit, you have to undo, redo, undo history, repeat. That's pretty much run-of-the-mill edit, for pretty much every software out there. Preferences is very important, because preferences, one of the things, even though you don't have to do this, and I don't believe in Blender 2.8, but one of the things that when I found out about preferences is that I was able to make my settings more, and my mouse settings and my key settings more like Maya. So I was able to use the QWERTY shortcuts where I can rotate and do all the stuff just like Maya, and that allowed me to adopt Blender a little bit earlier than 2.8 version. But again, we're in the preferences here, and you can see you have different options for your interface, your theme. You can change your colors. You can change this thing just how you want it, just like any, I wouldn't even say just like any phone or anything, because like Apple OS, it comes out of the box how it is, but Android users, they know they can pretty much change their phone to however they want to change them at any time, and it's kind of the same thing. But you have all these different options here. So animation, how you do your default animations, inputs. These add-ons is a very important one. Add-ons being just like I can't remember what they call them. I'm having a brain fart what they call them in After Effects, but like plugins. So essentially, like plugins, add-ons actually enhances your Blender experience. So you essentially start with Blender default out of the box, and you have add-ons that other developers make, tools that you can use to make your Blender experience or Blender production even faster, even better, even easier. And that's one of the things that once you're aware of that with Blender, sky's the limit, because it's not as hard to do the things anymore, because with the add-ons they make it very simple. So continuing on, and again, you can go back to any of these. I'm just trying to keep it quick. So we have file, edit, render, so you can render your image, whatever the scene is. You can hit render, and it'll show you like with the lighting and everything what it looks like. And that's pretty much the default. Any 3D animator or 3D production artist knows, you know, how to hit render or do renders. So window, you know, you can make a new window. I never use this, so we're not going to go into it, but if you want to know more about it, just click on things. And there's many things that I'm just going to kind of skim over because I never use them. But if you want to know more about them, again, right click, learn more about it. Help, or hit the help right here, learn more about it. Blender is help reminds me, Blender is Python support, or Python supported, so you can write your own code. As long as you know Python, you can write your own scripts, you can write your own coding for Blender, you can code all different types of stuff using Python scripting. So if you know Python, Blender is the tool for you, because it will allow you to do so much and visualize your code within a 3D platform. So that's going over the header here, and that's pretty much what I wanted to cover in this video. In the next video, we're probably going to go over what are we going over? The viewport navigation. So we're essentially going to go over how to navigate this viewport, how to rotate around this thing in the next lesson. So that wraps it up for how to at least open Blender. You have the file, edit, renderers, window, help options here, menu options at the top, just like Windows or any other software package. It's right here at the top. Everything you need to get your project started. These are what I would consider the project menu items for just the project. And this is what I would consider like the viewer menu options. So for the 3D viewer, these are their menu options. For the whole project, these are its menu options. So that's where that lives. And again, in the next video, we're gonna go ahead and cover all of the different options within the viewport and the navigation. So stay tuned for that video, and I'll see you then.